All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is going to be a video on how the house of Israel deserves every single thing that Yahweh is going to do to it, man. All right? We deserve all the pain and all the evil that Yahweh and all the wrath that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring upon us, man. We deserve the sword that's sharpened, that is getting ready to cut the nation and split it, man, and separate the elect from the 2/3. We deserve all of that, man, right? And I've been watching this video here, which is 4 years old, right? And listening to these Israelites talking about this whole alphabeting and rainbowing topic, and about how whether women can transition and be men now, and how whether men can transition and be women now, right? And the majority of them in the room are for that, and they think that that's a thing that's okay to do, it's normal and all of this, right? And they basically don't want to have no kind of moral standard in the world until, of course, something takes place and happens to them. And this is how, in particular, you can obviously probably have guessed, it's mainly the women in the room that are down for that, right? And if you just look at the women that are on the screen, you can see that they ain't really no moral women, man. They ain't no moral women. And then some of the men on the other side of the room, they're kind of talking like they're for that as well, and trying to say that, oh, if a man's against these kind of things, maybe it's because he's secretly this and secretly that and all of that. But that's, mate, nah, that's stupid to say that. To have a moral code doesn't mean that you're secretly desiring to be the things that you're against. Nah, that's not true. Because if you're against murderers, that don't mean that you secretly want to be a murderer, does it? If you're against people that are R-word, that are rapists, right? That doesn't mean that you're against somebody doing that to a little child because you secretly want to do that, does it? But when it comes to this alphabet and rainbowing topic, then all of a sudden people try and come with that kind of avenue. You know what I mean? And these are witchcraft phrases and catchphrases that Esau carefully came out with and selected to try and make people feel like, oh, if I say something about this, then maybe it's because I'm weird. Nah, man. We ain't weird and we ain't wrong for wanting to have a moral code in the earth. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. That's what the Bible says, right? And if you have a moral standard, you're against the wicked, man. You're making it hard for the wicked to be able to grow and flourish in the earth, man. For you're stopping their leaven from leavening in the lump more, right? You're against them in battle, man. But when you just say, oh, anyone can be anything, right? Where does that end? Where does it end when everyone can just be anything and you're for freedom? Like one of the women said, the woman with the red hair, she said, oh, I'm for freedom. But where does that end, man? Talking like that. Where does the whole LG, 3P, TT, PPP, ABCDs, 1, 2, where does that end? How many different letters would you end up making if you had free reign to do that? How many different letters would get put in there? They'd have to put the letters different. They'd have to invent letters if that was able to make free reign, or you'd have to start using letters from other alphabets, man. Where does that kind of mentality end? You know? Or you have to start adding, like, I swear the thing's got a plus sign on it. What the hell? It's got math signs on there. So what's next to, oh, I'm gonna put a division sign. I'm a divisionist. Or I'm a multiplication expert. Or I'm a pi. You know, 3 point or whatever the hell it is, 3.1, 0.3 or whatever the hell. Oh, I'm an E equals MC squared person, I am. Where does that end, man? Where does that kind of mindset end? And all of this talk that these women do in being for this stuff is only erasing them out of the world, man. Because they're making more steps to try and perfect the witchcraft of making men look like women than they've been able to make women look like men. Men are able to go into women's sports events and clean up, man. Take all the belts, get all the records, and steal money away from women that would have won that title, or women that would have won that sports event. So where does that end? And then if any of these women was to go into the female changing rooms, right, and see a person in there that looks like a man straight up, right, and he's just there with a beard on, with a beard in a dress, just looking at them, licking his lips, right? They ain't gonna accept that person telling them I'm a woman. They ain't gonna want to accept that. If he's just straight up looking like a masculine man in the female clothes, looking at them, licking his lips, like with a frown on his face, they ain't gonna want it. They ain't gonna want it to be no fluid business then. They ain't gonna want that stupid mentality then, are they? And that's why the majority of these women in this world, man, they're not. You can't defend them, man. If you see something happen to them, just know more than likely they deserved it, man. And this is why, like, the majority of men are against you, wicked Israelite women, because you've shown yourselves to be demons. You've shown yourselves to be against our Heavenly Father. You've shown yourselves to be against our nation rebuilding and getting back to our own land. You've shown yourself as an ally of our enemies. You know, you've shown yourself to be our enemy in all things, man. You're against us, man. You don't want us to have anything going on. You don't want our nation to win. And these same people that will talk all of this smoke about how everyone can be everything, everyone can be every gender, these people are Londoners. These people in this room, they're Londoners, right? They're all Londoners, man. So you best believe they would have seen the Israelites that are in London. And I bet they scoffed. I bet the majority of them scoffed and said, we ain't no Israelites. We ain't no Israelites. We're black. Well, hang on. Everyone can be everyone though, right? So that means we can be Israelites then. But you'll notice that most of these alphabeting and rainbowing activists, right, they don't want us to say that we're Israelites. They won't want to believe that we can be that. That we literally are it though. They don't even want to believe that we're not what the world said we are. But they think that they can be whatever the hell they want to be though. But they don't think that there's any chance that we're not really black and that we actually are in fact the Israelites. And that's why this world is truly so sickening, man. And that's why the Israelites, they deserve all the pain that Yahweh's put on. We deserved, right? I'm going to say it, man. We deserved to go through the Atlantic slave trade, man. Because look how wicked we are. We can, as we start to know the scriptures more, man, we can see why Yahweh did that. We can see why. Because the nation's wicked, man. The majority of the nation is evil. Their minds are dirty and disgusting, man. And they're just for everything that's wicked. But when it comes to righteousness, then they've got a mouth. When they see wickedness, they're like, oh, I don't judge. I don't judge. But when they see righteousness, they're quick to open their mouth and spew out what they think about that. They're quick to give their opinion about righteousness. But when it comes to wickedness, they ain't got nothing to say. They're quick to listen to drill rap that's talking and confessing about murders, right? But then when they see somebody talking about or swearing with a Bible in the hand, now, oh, you got a Bible in your hand and that's how you're talking. Yeah, that is how they're talking. You Israelites, they're hypocrites, man. And that's why we can see why Yahweh did all the stuff that he did already and all the stuff that he's going to do, man. It makes sense that he's going to have to really just crash the nation up, man, because they're disgusting. And the majority of women are going to be some of the main ones catching hell because they don't want to have a moral standard. They want men to have the men that they want to be able to date. They want them men to be able to be forced and restricted to doing what they say. So they want men to only have to be able to have one woman, right? And if the man gets married, he's never allowed to be upset in the marriage. He's never allowed to want to look outward and be like, man, I'm trying to see what some of the other women do. But they're allowed to, in their mind, if they're not happy in the marriage no more, they're allowed to leave though. But they don't like it when men don't like them anymore or only like them for sex and use them for sex and then bounce. They're like, oh, I can't believe he did that to me. I'm going to lie and say he did this or say he did that. But they want to be able to flow and everything's fluid and can be transitioned and everything's interchangeable. Oh, it's not really black or white. It's not really, it depends. You know them. It depends. Oh, it's not really. It depends. It's not really black or white. You're trying to make things a black or white. You're trying to make. It's not really like that. No. Some things are like that, man. You're either a man or you're a woman. You're either short or you're tall. You're either attractive or you're not, man. You know what I mean? You're either cold or you're hot. And the attractive thing that I said, that thing is a thing that somewhat can be more subjective rather than objective. Because some people that people think are handsome or beautiful, other people don't think that. But in terms of whether it's something's hot or something's cold, no, that everyone knows that. In terms of whether something's green or whether something's red, you can know that. You understand? But this world and most of these Israelites, they're desiring to make everything be fluid and interchangeable, man. And this video shows how wicked and evil Israelites are. In particular, the women. You got some woman on there that's trying to go on like she's a man. And I'm thinking, yeah, you say that now. But if you started talking up your mouth to another man and you had to deal with it how men do, and he just hit your ass with a right uppercut in your jaw, man, and it levitated your feet into the sky, right? You're going to be on that phone calling the police, and you're going to make sure that you say you're a woman. He hit a woman. You're going to make sure you say that. You ain't going to want to try and deal with it in the men realm. You know what I mean? You ain't going to want to, man. A woman cannot be a man. And that's why the most of this transitioning is bullshit. Right? Most of this fluidity is where they're trying to erase. It's when a man's trying to get rid of his and try and pretend like he ain't got a Y chromosome now. That's the majority of how that fluid stuff goes, because they're trying to get the woman life. That's easier. And the women are accepting of this, like I said before. They're the main ones that are down for this. But that's just further making people not know what they are. To the way in the world and people are saying, oh, what is a woman? Oh, I don't know what is a woman. And that's because women with their stupid selves are trying to not want to do their role as women. Oh, I don't want to have to do the female things. I don't even want to have to be able to have children when I get pregnant. I want to be able to erase the child out of my belly and just do whatever the hell I want to do. But then when it comes to men, no, the men have to have all enough money to pay for our whole lives, to be able to pay for our stupid nails and our stupid weave and dumb stuff that we want to be able to buy. All the stupid things that we want to be able to buy and do for ourselves. The man has to be able to do that. The man has to be in shape, be tall, be rich, have a car, have his own house. But a woman, she can do whatever the hell she... Nah, fam. You can't have both ways, man. And the majority of people in this world, they just want it to be wicked, man. They just enjoy the world to be wicked. They don't want... And it says it in the scriptures, man. They don't want to come to the light because their wicked ways can be revealed, man. There has to be a moral code in the world. Because if there ain't a moral code in the world, you get chaos. You get chaos, man. If there ain't no such thing as right or wrong, well then, anything's allowed then. And that means that if somebody's a P, right, if they decide to add a P onto that alphabeting and rainbowing community, right, well then there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what these people are saying. Their doctrine, their belief, their religion is more likely to allow that kind of thing to be legalized than the Bible is going to be to allow that kind of thing to be legalized. Yeah, everyone's got a problem with the Bible. The belief system of these alphabeting and rainbowing community people, right, is more likely to allow anyone to be able to just do anything that they want to do in the world than what the Bible is. The Bible's got restrictions on people that allow people to be somewhat in safety. And if something does happen to them, there's a judgment for the evil that's took place to them. But these alphabeting and rainbowing people, they don't have a standard on nothing. Because everything's fluid. They got about 50 different symbols. Oh, I'm a this. Oh, I'm a circle. Oh, I'm a circle with an arrow on there. Or I'm a circle with an arrow on one side and a cross on the other side. Or I'm a circle with a H plus in the middle. Or I'm a circle with a triangle and a square and a cross. I look like a PlayStation controller. I'm one of those. Or I'm a triangle These motherfuckers sound like they're cheat mode on GTA. Triangle, triangle, square, up, down, R1, L1, L2, L3. Spin the analog stick around 360 degrees. Oh, now we're on fluid mode. You're ridiculous. You people are ridiculous, man. And then you read the thing that's worse is you expect us to believe in your lie, man. Coming like the Truman Show with Jim Carrey. Everyone's in on it, man. You want everyone to be in on it, and we're just gotta be true, man. Just living in some world, like looking, and we're like, what the hell is going on here? And you're all in on it, trying to make us believe the lie. Nah, man, we don't have to. And that's why, like I said before, man, that's why it's very clear right now, man. It's very clear as to why Yahweh is gonna do what he's gonna do, man. And the country and the place that's been allowed, that's been used and been the golden cup to make the earth drunken, America, that's been used to be able to make all these things seem normal. Through America, they've been able to make that kind of stuff seem normal, man. Through Babylon the Great, they've been able to make a movie or a TV show that will start off first with some L activity, and then they'll slide a bit of B activity in there, and then they'll go with a bit of T activity, and then they'll go full throttle with a bit of G activity, and then they'll try and start sliding in some other letters or some other math signs on there, or some other symbols, triangle, square, X, circle, circle, R1, L1, L2, L3, click the analog stick, left, right, up, you know what I mean? Giving it up every different way in this world, man. Like like one of the brothers says, man, these people are these people are giving it up every single way, man. You know what I mean? They're giving it up all different kind of ways, man. Up, down, like one of the brothers say, man. That's how these people are living. They're just down for everything, man. They're down for everything apart from righteousness. Oh, where we going tonight? We're going rave tonight. Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm on demon time. Yeah, but then they're never on righteous time. They're always on demon. I'm on demon time tonight, man. Yo, where we going tonight, G? Yo, I'm on demon time, you know. Yo, I'm a gremlin. I'm on gremlin mode tonight, man. I'm a wall out, man. Yeah, we know you're a demon. Thanks for confirming it, man. Now our people have really become wicked, man, and we can see why we got kicked out of the land of Israel. We can see why Moses was warning the Israelites, listen, man, Jeshurun is gonna wax fat and kicked. That was a prophecy, man. We can see why in the book of Ezekiel it says, when the children of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their wicked ways, and therefore they were spewed out of the land. We can see why. These kind of people, these people that you're seeing on the screen right now, they're Israelites. And the same wickedness and evils that they're doing now, the same kind of things that it mentioned in Ezekiel 8th chapter, these kind of people would have been doing that stuff. They would have been pretending outwardly, right? Because they knew that the Lord was still a thing that we're supposed to do. They would have been like, yeah, man, I'm about the Lord, man. Yo, bless up, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Can't wait till next Passover, man. Yeah, man. I'm like, mate, can't wait for the Day of Atonement. Whatever, some of them even would have been trying to make it like they don't need a Day of Atonement. No, I don't even think I need it this year. You know, I've barely even sinned once. Shalom. You know what I mean? They would have been talking all of that. And then when they get in their chamber, hidden, they would have been doing wickedness, man, worshipping Tammuz, having secret halls where they're worshipping other gods, having secret ceremonies where they're doing the things, the rituals of the Canaanites that got spewed out of the land before we was even there, that they saw or that they knew that Yahweh had gave us the ability to get that land after these people that did wickedness, and that we was warned, don't do the things that these people are doing. Here are some of the things that I don't want you to do. Don't do these things, because the people that I'm kicking out the land, they did those things. So if you start copying it as well, I'm going to kick you out of there. We was told that, man. And our people are just still wicked, man. And they've been told now that they're Israelites, and they're like, well, I don't believe that. But then they'll believe that a woman's a man because they say they are. But they need all kind of proof that we're Israelites. Yeah, but you know the King James Bible has been changed, though, innit? But you know King James was a demon. Like they've got everything to say. They need all kind of proof Or have you did a DNA test though to prove that you're Israelite though? Well, have any of these can any of these people that say that they're a woman, but they're really a man, can they do a DNA test or a test to prove that they're a woman? Or would the test results show that they're a man at a cellular level, you know, in their mitochondria? Is it gonna show? What's it gonna show, fam? But you need a DNA test from us to prove we're Israelite, or you need a picture of us with a Metreon, you know what I mean? With our great granddad with a Metreon in the land of Israel, hugging Abraham's thigh. Lost. And I'm gonna end the video there, man. We can see why. It's very clear why, man. Yahweh's gonna do what he's gonna do to the Israelites. It's so clear. It's crystal clear, man, that they need it to happen to them. And we need to, our nation needs to be punished with wrath. And we need the new covenant also, so that we don't ever end up in a situation where this stuff happens to us again, man. And I'm gonna end the video there. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.